Yeah, thank you.
Our team fought hard today. I was proud to see them come out and compete and go toe-to-toe with Carolina, who's a very good basketball team. Nonetheless, as I've said throughout, some of these losses this year, more victories are not what Louisville basketball is about. We have to find a way to execute down the stretch on both ends of the floor and get over the hump and win a game. There's some things offensively and defensively that we all have to do a little better in order for that to happen, especially against good teams like Carolina. I thought we had some bad shots down the stretch. We couldn't really get what we wanted. We have to be able to attack some switches, and when it's all said and done, sometimes when the action dies down, somebody's got to be able to make a play and get in the lane. I thought that Carolina did a good job of that down the stretch. They got some second shots. They get Pegues gets 15 rebounds, 5 offensive, 5 of their 6. Timely second shots. I thought we did some really good things as well. But we have to be able to find a way to get the stops when we need them, and we have to be able to find a way to create a high-quality shot towards the end of the game, possession after possession.
Go to Brett first.
Mike, you mentioned those shots down the stretch. You missed 8 of your last 9. A lot of those are threes. And when you guys were really competitive with them, you're really getting it in the paint and giving them some problems in that area. What do you think changes? What bogs down, or what is the other team doing late in these games to make that happen?
Well, they started to deny our ball reversal and front the post and make it hard to get in there. I remember one play in particular. I thought Mason dropped it off the Dre. He fumbled one. I can distinctly remember a couple possessions where Caleb Love does a good job of denying the guy who was expected to feed the post, and the timing of the play gets disrupted, and now you have to go to a secondary action. And, I have to figure out a way to help those guys a little bit with that, but they have to be able to help themselves by being able to get open and catch the ball where they need to catch it and get the ball in the post. And then once we get it in there, we have to be able to convert.
Tyler?
Yeah, Mike, there were a few turnovers, I think, in the second half with a few passes that I don't know if either they just kind of threw it there or it was a little, I'm not sure how to describe it, but some of the turnovers you saw in the second half, what did you see out of your team there?
Yeah, some of those turnovers are egregious and cannot happen. Not if you're going to win on the road in Carolina. You just can't afford to have mishaps like that in an environment like this against a quality team like that. Good teams find a way to secure the ball, retain the ball, make plays in the biggest moments. And, we've done that at times. This team has to challenge themselves to be able to do that more consistently and not beat ourselves.
Back to Brett.
Mike, it might be a weird question about a guy that got 15 rebounds, but Pegues only got 8 shots. He had 12 points. Were you happy by and large with the way you guys defended him and kept him from really hurting you offensively?
Yeah, I thought that we did a good job on him. Obviously, the emphasis was on making sure that he didn't get a lot of easy touches. We wanted to limit his touches by fronting the post and forcing his catches away from the basket when he did get a catch. I thought that Malik and Sid and even Rose for a couple minutes there, as well as Jalen Withers for a few minutes. All 4 of those guys did a good job, going from playing ball screen defense to post defense and back and forth, and not giving him anything in transition. So I thought we did the job on him in the lane. He gets some timely offensive rebounds. We lose him on a drop off, but for the most part, I thought we did a good job on arguably the best big guy in the league.
Any other questions? Michael.
Hey, Coach, Michael McCammon. Not to harp on the last 3 minutes again, but what is it about the end of the game there where the guys that, they seem to get out of the game plan a little bit? It's kind of looking to the shots that normally they shouldn't be taking and kind of rush things. Is it a lack of leadership or just getting lost in the moment? What do you chalk that up to?
Well, first of all, I thought, a couple of those looks looked pretty good, and we just miss them. Okay, I know that Jalen Withers had one right in front of me that didn't hit the rim, and I know he wishes he had that one back. But there are some other moments where we don't make good decisions. And that's something that has plagued us throughout the year. I'm not going to put it all on the kids. I'm sure that there's some situations there where I can probably help them a little better with a different set play. But again, when the game is on the fly and there's, I'm out of the picture and you have the ball in your hands, these are the moments that you want. This is why you come to Louisville. And in those moments, we have to do a better job of being smarter with the ball, being more fundamentally sound, and being a responsible playmaker that's capable of making a play for himself or others, depending on what the defensive coverage is.
Tyler?
Yeah, Mike, the ESPN broadcast mentioned something at half that you and the staff have mentioned in terms of you guys don't mind threes if you get a touch in the paint, kick back out. Some of the threes Jalen and Malik took, do you think at times they get a little too comfortable outside the arc as opposed to attacking the paint as bigs?
Again, some of those looks are wide open. Malik Williams, just in case you guys don't know, he is not a traditional back to the basket big. He's capable of making a jump hook from time to time, but he is not going to back Armando Bacot down and make jump hooks over him. That's not his game. He's more of a stretch big that can face up out of the long post. He's a pick and pop guy that can make a shot. And again, every now and again, he can get a duck in if he's close to the basket and make a jump hook. But you're not going to be able to play through Malik Williams like you would play through, I'll go blast from the pass. You're not going to play through him like you play through a Hakeem Olajuwon or Patrick Ewing. That's not who that kid is. Jalen Withers is a kid who has the potential to play out of the post, and we wanted to get it into him. But as we've told Jalen time and time again, he has to catch the ball in a better operating area. He ends up catching the ball far too close to the three-point line, and that allows him to be crowded. That creates more opportunities for mistakes, him mishandling the ball, the defense being able to collapse on him. We have to be able to catch the ball when we do catch it in the post closer to the lane line. So now that shortens up your trip to the rim. But, when we were able to get the ball in the lane, we got good things. And we just got to figure out a way to keep the ball in the paint more, especially down the stretch. The guys have to be committed to that. And then when we do get a good look, again, which we had some good looks, you got to step up and make shots.
To Brett?
Mike, kind of two things offensively. One, you guys you don't have a double figure scorer. You're the only team in the league that doesn't have a guy that averages double figures. You get a bunch tonight, you get a lot of balance. But one, how challenging is it when you don't have kind of a go-to scorer who goes and gets his own? And then two, what kind of challenge is it to do some of the things you guys have done to tweak your offense this late in a season?
Yeah, all of that's a challenge. Not having a guy that you can just put the ball in his hands. I strongly feel like Carolina has four guys that, any one of those four guys can make a play. Our guys have the propensity and have shown that they can make a play as well. We just didn't do it tonight. I'm not going to be down on my guys as much as people may want me to be. I know that they can make plays. I know that they can make some of the shots that we didn't make tonight. But again, our focus has to be on making it easy on ourselves by getting to the rim. North Carolina is as good of a team as they are. They aren't stalwarts on defense. Like, you can get in their lane. And we didn't demand enough of that from ourselves, in particular down the stretch. As far as not having a double-digit score, that is unique. But it's been a thing with consistency amongst our group in terms of who we can rely on from one night to the next, and it's fluctuated a lot, and we have to be able to find a way to milk a hot hand and keep the ball in that guy's hands in moments late in the game.
Coach, thank you. We'll be back with Malik Williams shortly.